Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new era of my YouTube channel, a fresh start. And for the longest time, I've been trying to get a camera to work. I've been trying to get my S5 camera to work for my videos, but then I thought to myself that maybe I should start using OBS, and behold, we are now recording on OBS. Yes, my camera is black and white, but high quality video, but who cares if it's black and white, right? So let's get into the nitty gritty of things and talk about Battleground from last night. Raw is on for 30 minutes and less, so let's try to keep this video short or whatnot, and try to keep up and let's have some fun, y'all. Let's talk about Battleground. So, with the first match on the card, we have this match. We have the team of Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Sasha Banks and a mystery partner. So, you know, my thoughts on this whole Dana Brooke and Charlotte thing is Emma needs to come back and they need to pair Dana Brooke with her again and stop this whole protege bullshit with Charlotte, and have her on her own as a champ. She doesn't need a freaking protege. She doesn't need a manager. She just needs to be her. But anyways, that's a whole nother topic for another day. Let's just get on with the match. And Sasha's partner is, you guess it, Bayley. Bayley has made her in-ring debut for the main roster of WWE. And the pop that she got last night was freaking insane for the most part. That, for a girl to only have, what, how many subscribers they have on the network? Was it what, 2 mil people watching her, to get that many pop? It's crazy to think that she's already that connected with the crowd. I mean, she's gonna be one, you know, big player for the women's division. I think more than Sasha will be, if you could believe that. But Bailey just, is more marketable to me, and can connect with the fan base a lot more than Sasha in the long term. I'm not even that big of a fan of Bailey, to be honest. I'm more of a Sasha fan, but I just see that with Bailey, more marketable with the all across the demographics and stuff like that. So she's gonna be pushed a lot when she comes up to the main roster. Because as we saw with the match itself, JBL made a comment saying that this is a one-time thing, which is, I think, is bullshit. She's gonna come back after SummerSlam, if not sooner, because the pop that she got was one of the biggest pops of the night. And the match itself was okay. Nothing to really talk about the match. Banks won with the bank statement, and they got to celebrate and whatnot. So it was good to see Bailey on the card and on the show. So that match happened, and we have the next match. The next match on the card, I hate that they did this to this particular team, but I like that they paced this event like this. They had the women's tag match, and then we had this tag team match. We had the New Day going up against the Wyatt family for one last time, presumably in the foreseeable future. We have the Wyatt family and the New Day going one on one out for in a tag team match, in a non-title match. And it was stupid for the WWE just to break them up, as they were just getting back together a few months ago. So kind of stupid for them to break up the Wyatt family members and put them on separate shows and whatnot. But you know what? I guess they have plans for Braun Strowman and different plans for the Bray Wyatt on SmackDown and vice versa. So yeah, I guess it makes logical sense to separate those two. But though they were a faction for only what year or two, and they really haven't done anything remotely big like win the titles or only have the title on Wyatt, have the tag titles on the other members of the Wyatt family. They could have done so much more with the Wyatt family, I feel like, but they never really got the chance to do it. But however, on one hand, you have the New Day. The New Day, I feel like, can't lose the belts right now. There are no tag teams right now currently in the division that can, dethrone the New Day. I feel like the New Day is one of the most over acts on the show, and it would be make no sense to me to drop the titles for the New Day. It's been a year. Uh, there's really no opponents for them to drop to. I could see the club with the right booking, but right now I cannot see the New Day dropping the titles anytime soon. Maybe Survivor Series. Maybe that's when they drop the belts. But for the tag team division on Raw, I really just don't see anyone. Maybe Enzo and Kaz or the club. They can drop it to them, but not right now. That will take much to build those two teams in particular in order to challenge the New Day for the belts. So for the send off match for the Wyatt family, they won. Bray Wyatt looked pretty strong in the match, and I guess I know why, and we discussed that in a bit. So those two matches opened up the show. The crowd was hot. Shout out to DC for stepping up in terms of crowd reactions and stuff. I was thinking DC was gonna be a little dead because they known to be a little dead here and there. But tonight or last night they were pretty lively in all aspects throughout the night. So props up to the props up to those guys. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next match of the night or one of the matches. I don't know. I don't remember the order. I'm just gonna say it. So we are discussing this match next, and whatever we discussing it. Let's get it. Yeah, we discussing Zack Ryder and Rusev's match for the U.S. title. So yeah, let's discuss this match in particular. You know, Rusev as a U.S. champion for me is okay. It's nothing to brag about. It's nothing. It makes him more credible. I feel like more relevant since he has that belt. Because when he didn't have the belt, he was just there. But now when he has the belt, he's sort of relevant. But for me as a viewer, as a fan of pro wrestling, I just don't care about Rusev at all. Like, I just don't care. The gimmick has been done multiple times in history. The whole international gimmick of bad guys. It's just been done to death, and I'm tired of Rusev as champion. I want to see somebody else, really go for the title. Maybe a guy like Cesaro. Maybe a guy like KO. Even though he's above that title, it would add some yeah. It will add some relevancy to the title. And you know what? Why not drop it to the guys like those and build up your mid card with that title? The match itself was alright. Yet again, 3 stars. I didn't really care for the finish of the match. So yeah. What else happened in that match? Oh yeah, Mojo debuted on the main roster. to back up Zack Ryder, I guess the Hype Bros are coming up to the main roster, people. So, it is what it is. Moving on to the next match. I think it was, yeah, we got back to back title matches, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I can't really remember about the card at all. So, the card order, except the first two. We are discussing this next match. So, we're going to discuss The Miz versus Darren Young. Because let's make Darren Young great again is, the whole storyline in this saga, I guess, of this feud. So, this match is okay. Darren Young is surprisingly getting over with the crowd. I guess partly due to Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund. There you go. Partly due to him, and I don't want the Miz to drop the IC title, but right now, not to him, anyways. But in hindsight, I want him to drop the title. So it's kind of a 50-50 loss. I don't want Darren Young to win it, but I don't want the Miz to keep the title. But unfortunately, the Miz has got the title back, I guess. I don't know. It's quite upsetting, whatever. I don't know how they're going to book the title on SmackDown. They don't have a lot of mid-card guys that can challenge the Miz, I feel like, on that roster. Unless they did a trade for, like, KO or Cesaro. Again, like, those guys are credible enough to challenge for those belts. And I hope that's what happens, that some way they have a trade for the IC title or for the feuds, for the future feuds. Because I can't see. I guess maybe Kalisto is next. I guess, I don't know. I'm just throwing random names out there. So who's even who? I just cannot. SmackDown has a really bad undercard, really bad. I can't. I guess the Miz is gonna be a champion for a while, which sucks, cause I don't like him at all. To be frank, I just don't like the Miz. So the match was whatever. It helped Darren Young get over, but I don't think he should be the next guy to face the Miz again. So moving on, we discussing this match, the main event, the real main event of the evening. We are discussing KO and Sami Zayn for normal match. What? You're telling me this is a normal match, WWE? Come on now, this end the feud bullshit between the two, and this is a normal match between these two were my only gripes with the match. Like, there was no stipulation to what the build-up was to end this feud, but it was a normal match. That was my only gripe with this match. I rewatched this match, and this match it's still 5 stars, if not 4.5 stars at best. So yeah, these two are the future. These two, if these two are not the WWE champion or World Heavyweight champion, whatever you want to call it, by the end of 2017, then there's seriously something wrong with that company, because at least KO, should be a champion. At least Zayn should be a champion. Whether it's heavyweight champion or U.S. title holder, he should be a champion. That match just made their careers happen, and I think from here on out, we're gonna see a lot more of KO and Sami Zayn. Moving on, because that was the match of the night. You can't really say anything else. The story, actually, I can. The story behind it, the in-ring psychology, everything else was fantastic. If you're a pro wrestling fan, please watch this match and his match with Nakamura. And if you're not a fan after that, you will never be a pro wrestling fan. Period. So moving on to the next match on the card, I believe was Becky Lynch and Natalya. There's nothing really special about this match. It's a filler match. You know, it went on after this match. So really, how can you compete with that? So I wasn't really paying attention. To be honest, I like Becky, but for Natalya to win was stupid. Was freaking stupid. So I don't know. I hope Becky gets a good push on SmackDown. She should be the face of SmackDown for the women's title, for the women's division, I guess, over there. Cause it's weak, but she's the best wrestler on that brand, I guess. So yeah, that was the match. Natalya won, and I don't really care about anything else or their feud for that matter. So we're moving on to the next match, and I guess we're gonna talk about time to beat up John Cena, right? It's the club versus Enzo Cass and John Cena in the co-main event of the evening. In my opinion, was this match. We have, I knew this going into this pay-per-view. This was gonna be one of the only few good matches on the card because of the talent in the ring. The guys, we have AJ, we have Cena, I guess, we have Cass, we got Gallows, Carl Anderson, and Enzo to carry the mic work. It was gonna be a good ass match, and that's a good ass tag match. So that's what we got. Really cool finish, I guess, with AA on the top rope. Cena pins AJ Styles, which I guess leads to a SummerSlam rematch one-on-one with AJ and Cena. It should have been for the belt, but I guess they're not going in that direction. So yeah, AJ and Cena rematch. The match was good, and now we discuss the main event of the evening. The main event of the evening is a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. The champion Dean Ambrose with the lowest odds. We got Seth Rollins, and then returning Roman Reigns from his suspension. And before this whole video went up, or before the whole event started, I was like, they better not give the title back to Roman because it would backfire on them. And thank God they did not do that. And your still WWE champion is Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose should be the champ, should, be the face of SmackDown. And, it just works out, in my opinion. I don't want to see the other two anywhere near the WWE title for a while. So, the Ambrose on SmackDown is good by me. It's fine by me. And he should be a champ for a while. He deserves to be a champ for a while. Not, I thought he was going to be a transitional champion, but he is, without a shadow of doubt, the best member of the Shield, in my opinion. He has it all: the mic skills and the in-ring style, persona, whatever. So all in all, it was a good event. We had good matches. We had proper audience participation. DC was a good crowd, like I said. We had a couple good matches on the card, and overall, I enjoyed watching the show more so than any recent, WWE pay-per-view. But I guess it was in DC, so maybe I'm a little biased since I'm in the DMV. But, WWE Battleground, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Peace out, guys. This is your boy, Hazuki, whatever you want to call me, signing out.